I've been curious lately how we're able to turn discussions of the various interplays and tensions that are relevant to our kind of earthly sphere, as far as the political, the moral, the aesthetic, all of these as they operate on a kind of the right and wrong and the transcending of all those kind of boundaries. These conversations, it seems, need to be situated in a grander ontological framing, and it seems inevitable that they would at least rest in some way on the ontological. And the interplay of these with any ontological framing itself can be its own kind of tension, but it seems to me the way we need to think in terms of these things is they're grand facilitators and houses of like an explorative tinge of like the way we can approach any question. And so that pierces all the way through from the ontological demands of the new politics of today, demanding new categories of being to be recognized in the public sphere, and I guess morally, in terms of our having to think new relations with these kind of political ontological questions, but also grander moral questions related to nature, as facilitating that grander question of having a relation to other human beings. And then aesthetics here would fit perfectly too, because the ontological thinking in the grandest sense is an ontological thing, but it's an aesthetic pursuit in that it is a creative activity that we're engaged in at the same time. How is that aesthetic, and how does this bring us to the ontological? Well, if we're telling a story of the grandest scope, it should be a pretty good story, in a sense. That's how it kind of feels to me. Just sharing a few thoughts.